Hello my fashion friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So I'm so excited for today's video because I get to talk about one of my favorite things in fashion, and that is shoes. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while now, you guys know how much I love shoes. You guys know I have a ton of shoes, and I'm kind of wondering why it took me so long to film this video because I'm like a shoe freak. But anyways, yeah. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about high heels. I'm going to give you the ultimate guide to high heel shoes. We're going to talk about the style, the heights, the comfort level, and so much more. So let's go ahead and begin. Okay, so the first pair that we're going to talk about, I actually don't own any because for me personally, I really don't believe in these shoes, but some women do like them, so I'm going to include some pictures and show you guys. But the first pair are Kitten Heels. Now, Kitten Heels are high heels that just have about 1 to 1.5, sometimes even 2, but mainly in the 1-inch height range. Now, for me personally, I am not a fan of Kitten Heels. I think Kitten Heels are just... Sorry for those that like them, but I think Kitten Heels look ridiculous. If you're gonna go with a heel that's like 1 inch, just wear it flat. If you're gonna wear a pointed toe flat, or just wear some nice like loafers or something, I really don't believe in Kitten Heels. But nonetheless, that would probably be best suited for beginners who are not used to wearing heels, who've never owned heels before. So Kitten Heels are a great way to start and kind of introduce your feet into heels and, you know, building up your comfort level and things like that. So Kitten Heels would be the most basic beginner level for the high heel shoes. Okay, so the next level for high heel shoes are in that 2 to 3 inch range. I think this is actually best suited for a beginner because, like I said, I don't even consider Kitten Heels to be heels. So shoes kind of like this. These heels are about 3 inches high, and they're actually very comfortable. I think anyone could get away with wearing these for a long period of time, even if you are just a beginner. This is what I would consider to be a beginner heel. And the fact that if you actually kind of look at the heel, do you see how the heel kind of curves in like this? This is a really good indication that these heels are going to be actually a little bit more comfortable for you. And I'll show you what I mean in another shoe. But because the placement of the heel actually comes in a little bit, see how it kind of curves in? So because it curves in like that, it makes the heel placement a little bit closer to the ball of your foot, which adds comfort level, okay? And the fact that they're not very high as well adds to the comfort level. So if you look for heels that kind of curve in like that, they're going to be a little more comfortable because they're not directly underneath the heel of your foot, and so that adds a lot of comfort level. Now these are pointed toe. Pointed toe are probably the least comfortable of all the heels, simply because of the pointed toe, because you know it goes up to a point, and so it kind of squeezes your toes a little bit. Now your toes obviously don't come all the way to the point, but because it comes to a point, your toes kind of do have to squeeze in there a little bit. So as far as high heels go, pointed toe will probably be the least comfortable, but they're my favorite. But yeah, so these are about 3 inches, and these are really comfortable as well. Okay, so the next shoe we have here is another shoe, high heel. This is about 3.5 to 4 inches high. Now this is where it starts getting a bit uncomfortable and a little bit more for the advanced women. These I believe are like 3.75, so they're kind of in between. For these, do you see what I'm talking about with the heel? How the heels do not curve in as much as the other shoes I just showed you. So if you see these shoes right here, you see how they curve in like that, but with these, they don't curve in as much. They're a little bit more straight. So these, not only are they higher, but because they don't have that dramatic curve like the other shoes, these are going to be a little bit more uncomfortable. Not unbearable, but they are going to be a little bit more uncomfortable simply for that fact. They are still pointed toe, and they are going to be the same comfort level as all pointed toe like I talked about. But I still like these shoes. I still think they're not very high for me. I'm an expert pretty much at this point. So they're not very high for me, but they're beginning to be on the more advanced range. Okay, so next we have these shoes here. These shoes are about 4.5 inches tall. These are for experts. These are very high, and because there's no platform, these are single sole. What single sole just pretty much means it's just one heel. There's no platform. It's just a high heel. So these are very, very uncomfortable. This is very advanced for those skilled women. So this is definitely not beginner level. Also, if you look at the heel, there's not much of a curve. So the heel is pretty much directly on the heel of your foot, and so these are not going to be very comfortable. These are not beginner shoes. Like I said, the heel is definitely going to be a little bit more on the uncomfortable side because of how high they are. Okay, so next we have some Strappy Sandals. These are just some single sole Strappy Sandals. These are in the brand Shoe Republic LA, just like most of my shoes. Now these are not very comfortable because they are single soled once again. The heel height is about 4.5 inches, so it's not a short heel by any stretch of the imagination. And as you can see, these pretty much have no curve to them. These are pretty much just straight down. They pretty much have no curve to them. Very slight, but it's nothing significant. So these are directly on the heel of your foot. Once again, these are Strappy Sandals, single sole, and the heels are quite high. So these are heels that you're going to want to grow into as well. Okay, now these shoes are about 4.5 inches as well, but I wanted to show you these are single sole again, except for they have a peep toe in the front. So this is what they call peep toe, because they have this open portion for 1 to 2 toes sticking out. So this is peep toe. These are from the brand Liliana. I love this color. So as you can see, there is no curvature to the heel, so it's pretty much straight down, and it's pretty much on the heel of your foot. So these are not very comfortable. These are about 4.5 inches as well. So yeah, this is not a beginner shoe either. Okay, so the next shoe that I have here are some Christian Louboutin shoes. These are replicas, but it's the same concept as far as the heel height. These are 120 millimeters, which equates to 4.7 inches. So these are very, very high. 4.7 is probably the highest that I have that are single sole, no platform on the bottom. So these are very, very uncomfortable even for me. I can only last maybe 3 hours in these, and then I have to sit down. So these are not comfortable at all. Now, although these are replicas, like I said, it's still the same concept as far as the heel height and the comfort level. As you can see, there really is no curvature. It's just a slight curvature there, and it's pointed toe. Okay, these I would probably say would be better suited for women who don't have wide feet, because for me, I have wide feet, and I know that whole toe cleavage thing for Louboutins is like one of the things that makes the shoes very sexy and very expensive is the toe cleavage, because that's kind of like what he's known for. But for me, I have wide feet, and so I do get toe cleavage when I wear these, but it's just so tight. It is so tight. I may need to stretch these shoes out a little bit. I'm not saying if you have wide feet that you can't wear these, but what I'm saying is if you have wide feet, it's not going to be as comfortable as the women who have skinny feet or regular width feet. But 4.7 inches is very high for a single sole shoe. So this is one that you definitely need to build up to. It's not just one day you pick these up and wear them for hours and hours and then you're good. You may want to do some practice rounds around the house, or just go to dinner, because you know you're going to sit down as soon as you get out of the car. So these, like I said, you definitely have to build up to, but nonetheless, they are beautiful. They are pointed toe, and I love them. Okay, so next we have these high heels here. These are very high, but these are what we call platform shoes, because you have your heel and then you have a platform here on the bottom to help with the arch. These are about 5.5 inches, so they are very high, but because you have a platform, it helps with the pain. I love these shoes. I just love this little gold detail here at the side. These don't have much of a curvature on the heel, but that's okay because that's where the platform comes in. It helps you with the pain. These are peep toe because they have an opening for your toes right here. So these are actually very comfortable, although they look really scary. I know these shoes look really scary, but when you wear them, they're actually very, very comfortable, like I said. So if you want to get into high heels and you don't want to do the single sole, because single sole is the more advanced version of a high heel, a definite great way to start yourself off would be to be with platforms. They don't have to be this high, but platforms are a great way to go. Okay, so next we have another shoe right here. These are platform shoes as well, except for these are a hidden platform. On the other shoes, you can actually see the separation from the end of the shoe to the platform part. But these, the actual shoe is covering the platform. As you can see, the platform part is kind of like right here, but you don't see the separation there, so this is what they call a hidden platform. Now these are very high as well, but once again, because the platform is here, it helps alleviate the pain on your heel. Now as you can see, these go in very much. The curve right here goes in very much, so that means these are going to be a lot more comfortable even with the platform because of how much it curves in like that. So these shoes I got a long time ago. I don't wear them anymore. I don't even really like them anymore, but I just wanted to show you guys the difference in platforms. These are cute. I love the color. It kind of has that iridescent pearlized blush color to them. So the color is beautiful. If these were a pointed toe single sole, I'd be all about them. But I love the color. It's just the style is not really what I gravitate towards anymore. But I just hold on to them because, you know, fashion, it always circles back around. So who knows? In 2 or 3 years, this may become back in vogue. So I'll hold on to them and see what happens, I guess. These are about, I would say these are probably about 4.5 inches high, but with the platform being there, it really helps you out, and it's really not that bad. Okay, next we have these platform shoes here. These are just kind of in a mint green color. These heels are actually pretty comfortable because if you see how thick the heel is, these are not stiletto heels. Stiletto heels are heels that are very, very thin, like the size of a pencil. So these are not stilettos, and because they are a little bit thicker on the heel, it makes it a lot more comfortable to wear. And then of course the platform helps out as well. And then these have a little strap here that kind of go across your foot. So these are called Mary Janes because of this. It kind of reminds you of like the shoes you had when you were a little girl, you know, but obviously high heel version of them. So because the strap goes around here, that's what makes them Mary Jane style shoes. Once again, this is not really my style anymore, but if it comes back around, I'll be ready. Okay, next we have wedges. So wedges are one of the most comfortable high heel shoes. Now wedges are not really high heels, they're wedges, but they give you the height that you want without the discomfort. I could wear these all day long and my feet are not gonna hurt. I've actually done it before. So these are so comfortable. They just have a strap here at the front, and then they have 2 straps up here like so. Now wedges are not fancy, so I wouldn't say wear wedges to like a fancy evening event. I would not suggest that. But if you're going for like an afternoon brunch, or you're going for just an afternoon stroll, or to the grocery store, these would be perfect. But I would not wear these to like a fancy dinner or something like that. But yeah, great shoes, great comfort level. Now I don't own any of these, but they're also block heels. Block heels are also very comfortable because of how much surface area you have on the heel. So for block heels, it gives you a lot more room to walk in. It's a lot more surface area to walk so that your heel is not directly on a point. And so it kind of is a little bit more comfortable in that regard. Usually block heels are not very high, so the lower the block heel is, the more comfortable it is. But if the block heel is high, even though it's a block heel, it may still be a little bit uncomfortable because of the height of it. But in general, block heels are a lot more comfortable than stiletto heels. So it's also important to know that this is not an exhaustive list of all the heels that are out there. Obviously, when I purchase heels, I purchase the ones that I like. So there are many more out there. You know, you have like mules, you have spoon heels, you have slingback, almond toe, round toe, and so just a bunch of different kinds of shoes. So depending on the occasion or the event, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into as far as what shoe you want to wear for that occasion. But yeah, my favorites are pointed toe, stilettos. You guys know that by now. So but yeah, I really hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I try to post about 2 to 3 times a week. Make sure you hit that bell so that you're notified every time I post a video. I don't want you guys to miss any of the goodies that I have for you guys. Just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, please come back in a timely fashion.